Hi everybody, welcome to A World of Colour from Prism, the brand new range of ink pads from Hunkydory Crafts. Today I'm going to show you just a little technique, basic stamping, so how we're going to ink the stamps up and how we're going to apply them to our cardstock to create a really cool effect, but also just something a little bit different just by adding little spritz of water to give you a different look when you're stamping. So first of all, I've just got my my Ink Me cardstock. I've got our stamps. I've already put a couple of stamps onto our acrylic block, and then all we're going to do is with our ink pads, so you'll notice how sort of spongy they are, they've got that fabulous foam base to them. We're just going to apply this to our stamp, so you can see that colour going on there. Don't worry if you get some on your block, that doesn't matter at all. What we're doing is just applying it to our stamps. So there aren't any really sort of strict rules on stamping. You can also take the stamp to your ink pad, okay, so don't be afraid of doing that. There aren't any particular rules. And then we're just going to place our stamped images onto our cardstock, and you can see how well they just stamp. That image is just absolutely perfect. So I'm using Orange Zest here, which is one of my favourite colours because I just love how vibrant it is. So then we can just turn this around and just get a little bit of a background pattern on there, and then again just applying the ink to your stamps, and we'll just come around here and do that side as well. So if you're going to create backgrounds like this, it's always really cool to just sort of stamp off the page as well, because it gives it a bit more of a random look and makes it look like it's been designed like that. Also with our stamps, let me just pop this away a second, if you then, let's take a different stamp and we're going to apply some water to our cardstock. So there's a few different ways you can do this. We're going to do it with putting the water onto the cardstock. So just with one of our spritz bottles, we're just going to add some water onto there and just sort of wet the surface of our cardstock. You'll notice that you'll get a little bit of a bow in it. Obviously when cardstock or paper gets wet, it does tend to do that. And then we're going to add some more ink to our stamp, and we're just going to stamp into the water, and can you see how it sort of bleeds out straight away? It just gives you a completely different look to something that's quite, sort of straight edges and really sort of straight lines. This is just going to give you a little bit more of a washed sort of background effect, and it just looks really cool. And this stamp is one of our For the Love of stamps that we can tile as well. So we're just going into that background and stamping it in, but you can see where the water's on there, it's just all sort of creating one super cool watercolour background. And what you can do, just to stop the ink then going further out, is we can just add a little bit of kitchen roll onto there just to pick up the excess water. But it just gives you a completely different look to something that would be a little bit more, if I show you how this stamps just regularly. In fact, just get another piece. You can see it's very geometric, obviously, because it's like the sort of honey for the bees there, the honeycomb. Very geometric, and just stamping it into the water just sort of squishes it all out and gives it a completely different look. So I do hope that you've enjoyed that little technique, and it's something that you'll use in your card making, and I hope you can join us for some more techniques very soon.